Sometimes we experience like curveballs or shakeups that cause us to get uncomfortable, but that uncomfortable feeling that you feel is actually pushing you towards growing. Okay, hey YouTube. So in this video, I wanted to talk about how to overcome hopelessness and manifest breakthroughs in your life. You know, sometimes when you're in a dark space or feeling hopeless, it's hard to see a way out. So that's something I wanted to cover in this video. Okay, first and foremost, you have to embrace change. Sometimes change can be, or sometimes we feel like change is our enemy, but change can be a good thing. Sometimes we get complicit, we get comfortable in certain situations where whether it's a work environment, whether it's a relationship that you need to, that's kind of unhealthy, or whether it's like anything that you're dealing with that you're comfortable in. Sometimes the universe has a way of getting our attention. Sometimes we experience like curveballs or shakeups that cause us to get uncomfortable, but that uncomfortable feeling that you feel is actually pushing you towards growing, pushing you towards something new. So it's important that you are able to be open and able to embrace change and try to be excited for new beginnings and new opportunities, even though that's like easier said than done, especially if you're somebody like you're a fixed person, you like things to be a certain way, you like routine. Sometimes it's hard to embrace changes, but that is a very important key to growing, is being open to expansion. Everything around us is constantly expanding, constantly growing, and we have to be in alignment with that. We have to understand that things, in order to grow, things have to change around us, and sometimes that can be scary. Also, it's very important that when you have new opportunities coming towards you, you have to be open to taking those opportunities. Sometimes it, like I said, change is scary, but sometimes like when it's time for you to embrace those new opportunities, that could be scary as well, because you could be up in your head like, sometimes, like I said, we can be our own worst enemy. So we're just up in our head, we're back and forth like, maybe I'm not skilled enough, maybe I'm not educated enough, maybe I've not been through enough experience, maybe I've not had enough practice. But you have to trust your capabilities, you have to trust your skills, you have to trust yourself, and you have to get out of your head. That's why it's important to try to stay grounded in the present moment. Also, being aware and mindful in regards to your energy and your mindset is also very, very important as well. When you have those opportunities come in, don't be afraid to take them. Embrace change. Change is the key to growth. If you're feeling stuck at the moment, like I said, be patient with yourself. Sometimes we block ourselves from living up to our full potential by constantly critiquing ourselves, judging ourselves, even when other people aren't even judging. Like, you never know. Like, whatever idea it is you have, or whatever product it is you have, you may have a lot of people that like whatever it is you have to offer. And if you're constantly talking yourself out of doing something, you're going to continuously stay stuck in that place of just having that idea and never actually putting it into motion. Another way to overcome hopelessness and manifest breakthroughs is through being unafraid to be a leader. You have to be unafraid to go along your path, even though you may be going on that path alone. Like, you have to be unafraid. Like, when it's time for you to shine, it's time for you to shine. When it's time for you to be seen, it's time for you to be seen. You have to be able to be confident enough in yourself and your skills, and you have to be able to stand in your power. You have to be able to embrace yourself totally. Even on the days when you're not really confident in yourself or confident in your skills, or you have to be able to push through that. You have to know that you have something to offer to the world. I'm getting like the universe is putting you front and center. So whatever it is you're creating, whatever it is you're doing, even if it's just you switching to a new job, even if it's just you being your true authentic self, like, you have to be able to stand in your power. Do not be afraid to, be a leader. Do not dim your light as well, because sometimes we are extremely qualified and extremely skilled, but we talk ourselves out of doing stuff. So you have to get out of your head, and you have to be able to stand in your power and not be afraid to be a leader. Everything starts with an idea. Everything that has been created has started with an idea. And it's on you what you do with that idea. The universe will give you these ideas and these keys and give you all of these opportunities, but what are you doing with it? Like, do you just sit like, oh, that would be a good idea? But no, nobody would like that, or nobody would want to hear me, or nobody would want to see what I have to offer. Or you're just going to, sometimes you just got to get out there and do it, and just get out there and go, and you would be surprised. I'm telling you, like, I was very, very shy. Like, ever since I was younger, I was shy. I told you in a previous video, I am on the spectrum, and I was mute for a long time when I was a child. My sister, like I said, my sister took me in after my mom passed away. And she took me in, and my dad, he was around, he helped, but my dad passed away when I was 8. But my dad lived with us as well, but my dad was older. Like, my dad was 65 when I was actually born. So yeah, but my dad was older, and he was around, but I would only talk to my dad. I wouldn't talk to anybody else. I was kind of quiet, kind of, mute. And when my sister initially took us in, she didn't even know I could talk. Like, it was a shock to her hearing me talk to my dad. And, that was always a funny story. She said that she walked in and she heard me telling my dad that I want sugar on my cereal. That's what she was like, what? You could talk? Like, she did not know I could talk. But I was mute for a while, But you have to be able to overcome those challenges. Like, it took a lot for me to get to where I am now. It took a lot. It was a lot of healing. And like I said, healing is a continuous journey. So healing is never like, you don't just, okay, I'm here and I'm healed and I'm done. Like, healing is continuous. So it took for me having to kind of like put myself out there and kind of get out of, like, I would talk myself out. I was afraid to be seen. And that goes into the final point, which is, don't be afraid to take up space. You have to be confident in who you are. You have to, you cannot be afraid to be seen, and you cannot be afraid to take up space. Period. We are all essentially experiencing itself. We are all divinely connected to the universe. So you being able to create, you being able to express yourself is that connection to source, creator, God, the divine, the universe. Everything flows as above, so below. Everything flows within us. Life force energy flows within us, and that is what you use to create your life force energy. And you cannot be like, sometimes we bottle that up and hide that, and it's not meant for you to be hidden. It's meant for you to be seen. It's meant for you to stand in your power and stand in your truth. So when you are in a place of feeling like hopeless, or feeling like, okay, well, nobody's going to really want to engage with me, nobody's really going to want to see what I have to offer, nobody's going to be interested, you have to be grounded in who you are as a person. You also have to trust your connection to the divine as well. Like, tapping in, maybe clearing your energy, practicing meditation, getting out, connecting with different people, connecting with your soul tribe, and then just getting to know yourself in general. Doing the healing work so that you can grow and evolve. The more you heal, the more you grow, the more you evolve, the more you want to express yourself, the more you feel connected to the divine, connected to that conscious, that universe, that collective energy, that collective consciousness. The more you are connected to the collective consciousness, the more creative you will feel, the more you tap into that energy. Like, you have to tap, that's a part of you that you have to tap into. And a lot of the times we suppress that. That also comes from the past, childhood, how you were raised, what environment you were raised in. Sometimes we have our light kind of snuffed out. We're programmed to, act a certain way, be a certain way, think a certain way. So when you do decide to take your power back, and when you do decide to stand in your power, that is a scary thing. Definitely, if all your life you haven't had people around you that encourage you to do that, you felt like it was wrong when you did that, or you had people around you that were intimidated by your life, so they would try to suppress it and all of that stuff. Now you are responsible for your healing. You are responsible for taking your power back and moving forward. You can either stay stuck, and it's all about your mindset. You have to change your mindset. You can have a growth mindset, or you can have a victim mindset. It's about your mindset, your mentality, what you want to see in your environment, what you want to see for you, what you know is for you, and what's for you. Nobody can take. Nobody can take that light from you, your power from you. You have to embrace yourself. When you start doing the healing work, and when you start accepting who you are instead of like trying to change who you are because you've been torn down or you have been told that like you're not enough, you're not good enough, nobody's going to like you, nobody's going to like what you have to offer. Like, you have to deprogram yourself. You have to deprogram that thinking and get yourself in alignment so that you can manifest the change that you want to see in your environment. It's all about your mindset. It's all about like you standing in your power. When you decide to take your power back, that's when you open yourself up to new opportunities. So being able to embrace change, not being afraid to be your true authentic self, knowing that things are constantly working out for you, following your own path. When you embrace the true essence of who you are, that's when you find your purpose. When you embrace who you are totally, flaws and all, it doesn't matter what you got going on. A lot of times things that we feel like are flaws are actually superpowers, but sometimes we will try to hide those things and suppress those things. So I just wanted to put this video out there. I hope this video helps somebody. It's very important that you are not afraid to be seen. It's very important that you are not afraid to be heard. It's very important that you do not internalize other people's thoughts and opinions of you as well, because internalizing other people's thoughts and opinions of you will block you from moving forward and block you from being your true authentic self. Go out there, be the best version of yourself. Like I said, don't be afraid to be seen. I hope everybody has an amazing, blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.